Welcome to another Calling Old Hollywood vlog. I'm creator and host, Kat Lively, and today I'm taking you to Hawthorne, California, hometown of the Beach Boys. The first stop of the day was Foster's Freeze because I was hungry. Just kidding. This Foster's Freeze is located just down the street from the childhood home of Brian, Dennis, and Carl Wilson. She used to come here a lot, and it is heavily rumored, which obviously means it's true, that Fun was actually written here. So the legend has it that Brian, Carl, and Dennis Wilson were eating in one of the picnic tables when they saw a girl drive by in a hot Thunderbird. Brian was inspired to write a song about a girl and what was probably her father's car. The end result was Fun, which they attribute the line to Frosty's, as they called it. Well, she got her daddy's car and she's cruising through the hamburger stand now. Fortunately, this is one of the last remaining Foster's Freeze in Los Angeles, and probably in a lot of places they've closed down. So I'm happy that this piece of history is still here. Like I said, just down the street from the childhood home. It's about an 8-minute drive. I think they used to come here on their bikes as kids and growing up. The second and final stop of the day is the site of the childhood home of, you guessed it, the Beach Boys. This commemorative plaque to signify the landmark reads, "It was here in the home of parents Murray and Audrey that Brian, Dennis, and Carl Wilson grew to manhood and developed their musical skills during Labor Day weekend 1961. They, with cousin Mike Love and friend Al Jardine, gathered here to record a tape of their breakthrough song, Surfin'. This marked the birth of the rock group known worldwide as the Beach Boys and the beginning of a historical musical legacy that would change the recording industry. The music of the Wilsons, Love, Jardine, and friend David Marks broadcast to the world an image of California as a place of sun, surf, and romance. Brian Wilson would become a legendary producer, arranger, and songwriter. California registered historical mark number 1041. Plaque placed by the State Department of Parks and Recreation in cooperation with the City of Hawthorne, May 2006. The monument is located at 3701 West 119th Street in Hawthorne. It stands on the former location of the Wilsons' house. Obviously, the house was demolished in mid-1980s during construction of the Century Freeway. Pretty sad about that. Music industry notables such as Dick Clark and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame were among the letter writers who supported the landmark application process. Its status as a historical landmark was granted by the California State Historic Resources Commission in a unanimous vote in 2004. The monument was dedicated in 2005. The image face of the landmark was inspired by the album cover of Surfer Girl. The lineup of the Beach Boys at the time was Brian, Carl, and Dennis, their cousin Mike Love, and David Marks, who grew up in a house across the street from this home. Al Jardine, the group's original bassist, would later rejoin the band soon before David's departure. 6 gold 45 records are embedded in the base of the landmark, each with the name of one of the Beach Boys. The 3 Wilson brothers to the left, and Love, Marks, and Jardine to the right. The names of donors, Wilson's friends and family members, and the Beach Boys Landmark Committee are engraved into these monument bricks. The construction work was undertaken by Scott Wilson, Dennis's adopted son. Growing up, my father's favorite band was the Beach Boys. So on every road trip, we would be in the car and he would just pop the Beach Boys in. So this is actually very sentimental for me. Beach Boys are such a part of my childhood, and still today, I love the Beach Boys. I absolutely adore Brian Wilson, and they are I think they're one of the greatest bands that ever existed, period. I was fortunate enough to actually have Brian Wilson's producer, Mark Lynette, on the podcast, wherein he shared stories about Brian and the Beach Boys. He remastered Pet Sounds. Wonderful, wonderful man.